Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I've got a bit of a different video for you today. It's going to be a short one, but I hope you enjoy it. We're still in lockdown in the UK, as you might know. So what I'm going to do instead of taking you on some of our travels is talk to you about 5 trips that I want to do as soon as possible. So these are 5 trips that I've learned about or learned more about over the course of the 5 months that I've been spending reading about English history, and they're trips that I want to take inside the United Kingdom that I haven't been able to yet, but I'm going to do as soon as possible. The first 2 trips I'm going to talk about today are joined, and I'm calling them the Ancient Capitals trips. And one of these cities, actually both of these cities, I've heard a lot about from other people within the UK. So I know they're meant to be great cities to visit, and I want to visit both of them as soon as possible. So the first one is obviously York. York is a city in the north of England. It was capital in the Roman period, and it's actually where the Emperor Constantine was elected emperor by his troops while he was based here in the United Kingdom during Roman times. So as you can imagine, there's a lot of history in York, a lot of really ancient history. I've heard that it's a really beautiful city, and I definitely want to visit it as soon as possible. The second ancient English capital that I want to visit is the city of Winchester, and that's another city that I've heard is amazing. So Winchester is another Roman city, but even more famously, it was the capital of Wessex and then the capital of England before London was the capital of England. So Winchester was the site of a lot of early medieval coronation, well, I don't know about coronations. Winchester was the site of a lot of early medieval government and church business. It was also the site of the treasury. So I know there's a huge cathedral there where there are multiple kings and queens buried. And yeah, there just sounds like there's a lot to see. And also nearby Winchester, there's the New Forest, which was founded by William the Conqueror. And it's also where William II was killed. So there's a lot of history in the New Forest. I've also heard it's beautiful. And Winchester is also really close to the Isle of Wight, which I think I've heard was one of Queen Victoria's favorite vacation spots. I'm not obviously to Queen Victoria yet in English history, so what I know about the Isle of Wight now is that it was the last pagan kingdom in England. So maybe there's some cool stuff to see there as well. So yeah, the Winchester area is definitely on my list of places to go. Okay, the next trip is one that you've definitely heard me talk about before and that I've been dying to go to for the last couple of months. I keep looking at Airbnbs there, just waiting for the chance for quarantine to lift and maybe go stay there for a week and see all the natural beauty that is there. But there are also a lot of churches and historical places that I'd like to see as well, so probably better to go when everything is at least somewhat open. And the area I'm talking about is Northumberland. So like I said, I've talked about this before. I had never really thought about Northumberland before the reading I did on Anglo-Saxon England and the Golden Age of Northumbria, but there's so much there. There's Hadrian's Wall, there's Lindisfarne, this island where a lot of British saints lived and it's still very holy today. There's Durham. Well, apparently we can go to Durham. Inside joke for all my British followers. But yeah, there's a cathedral in Durham where there are saints' remains and some Anglo-Saxon artifacts. There's so much to see. Really hope to get there really soon. Okay, the next place on my list is one that I read about in January during my reading about prehistoric Britain. And I just kind of made a note of it, and then when I Googled it, I was taken aback by how gorgeous it looks. And it's pretty close to London. It's not too far. It's definitely doable in a day trip, and that is Cresswell Crags. Cresswell Crags is a place of natural beauty, and it's been a place of natural beauty since prehistoric times here. There are museums there about prehistoric Britain and a lot of natural things to see, so it's definitely on my list for a day trip out of London. Actually, maybe we could do that even before lockdown lifts, although the museums might be closed still. I'll look into it. And finally, the last place on my list of places to visit that I've read about in the last 5 months is Anglesey. So Anglesey is an island off the coast of Wales, and it is a holy island, or it used to be a holy island during Iron Age and Celtic British times. So I've always been fascinated by Druids and paganism and Anglesey was the heart of a lot of that in the United Kingdom around early Roman times and Iron Age. So the Romans led a famous campaign against Anglesey where they tried to destroy the Druidic leadership. And I don't know if there's that much to see. I think there are still a lot of stone circles. It could be really interesting. It's definitely very far flung off the coast of Wales, but it's definitely on my list of places I'd like to see. Okay guys, so those are the 5 trips that I've realized that I want to take within the United Kingdom since doing this reading about English history. So there are a million more trips that I'd like to take within the UK, but a lot of those I already knew about. These are kind of the 5 new places that I've heard about thanks to this reading that I've been doing. So I hope you found it interesting, maybe inspiring for some post-lockdown travel. If you've got other ideas of things that I need to see, let me know in the comments. And I'll see you later this month, hopefully for another update. Bye!